Hello everyone, this is Own Wall Street with TradersPerspective.com, taking a look at crude oil on a daily time frame. Earlier this week, I was expecting this, last weekly candlestick to close near the lows here around this 46.60 level or lower. But on Friday, we had a big reversal, short covering, and squeeze, and you could see that we ended pretty much right at this Fibonacci level here at around 48.60. And dropping down to a lower time frame, you can really see what happened. So we had a very strong bounce. We had broken below this trend line here, and you can see that we were fighting with this 200, and then this bounce just broke us out. So let's go in for a closer view here. You can see that we were fighting with this downtrend line here, and then once price got above it, we were bumping with this trend line, and this coincided with the 200. Then we had a failure to break below this 46.89 level, which was the top side of this downtrend line, which, as you all know, once we have a break, you have a test. We had a failure here, and then we had a test here of the trend line, and it was just like a slingshot essentially, where the price just broke higher, rallied, and then just kept going. So very strong move, and caught a lot of people off guard. I did not expect that to happen, but that's the market for you. But that's exactly why when the price approaches targets, we took profits. We thought it was a little early. Yeah, I mean it was a little bit early, but at the same time we didn't have to mess with any of this. So just thankful that we made the money that was made, and now I'll be looking for what's going to be coming up this upcoming week. And with the move that happened on Friday, kind of puts things in a little bit of an interesting situation. So here's your hourly time frame. You're above the 200 here. I think basically the easiest way to handle this is just to look at this on a daily time frame, given the strength of the move. So we had a very long, nice downtrend. We broke below the previous uptrend line here, and we were looking like we were going to close below it and managed to save it. So I think that the best way to approach this, as far as giving you all my opinion of what might happen, um, just going to be looking essentially at this trend line here. If the bulls are going to be making this type of a stand here and trying to reclaim this Fibonacci level here, which is this purplish looking light purple area, here we have the last 4 hour candle that we had happened to close above this level, but again, we've been here before with these 4 hour candles back here, and then we've broken back lower and then popped back up. So it does happen sometimes where we get above, get rejected, get above, rejection happens, and then it just continues lower. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. For me, this is a no trade. I'm definitely not going to be touching this right here until I see what happens, because it's a very strong move that happened, clearly, number one. Secondly, we overtook this weekly trend line, which if we would have closed below it down here, would have made the weekly chart look much more bearish, and then the breakdown could have happened, and so on and so forth. We could have had a nice smooth ride down. So that did not happen. Caught a lot of people, including myself, off guard. And so the next things that we'll be watching for, as far as the price, we'll be looking at this level here around 46.50 as the support, since the bounce occurred off that level, and we did happen to support that very well. So we had a nice strong push up, and we're above the 50, which is good. But again, we want to see this trend line here hold. So price can either just kind of chop around in here for a little bit, or it could, break down here and then pop back up and then trend in here. So for right now, it's going to be a wait and see for me. The chart is just kind of at that point where I don't feel too comfortable with myself taking on any risk, especially when I am not even clear on which direction could be coming. The bulls definitely are making a stand, but at the same time, if you look at the price action, I mean, going back to the daily time frame, you can see that there's just indecision in this region. So we've been trying to break lower, trying to break higher, so it's been like a yin yang pretty much. And so if we are to come up here to about this 49.60 level again, or this trend line here, including this 200, obviously this is all a confluence area here, but let's say that the price continues up to 49.50, 49.60, or even 49.80, and then breaks below here and then rockets back up. So there's just way too many situations right here for me to be able to give a good clear trade setup or idea. Myself, I'm just kind of going to have to watch and see what happens. But again, just pay attention to where we're at with this trend line here. So if you have this trend line on your chart, which you should if you are, a technical analyst, but in essence, I'd be looking forward to see what happens with this Fibonacci level here as well as this uptrend line, because a break below here would take us down to another level here, which was the 4 hour support level. So we broke below, and then we held the midway point between these two Fibonacci levels. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens, if this is going to be the extent of the move, or if we're going to see a little bit of a price retracement and then another shot upwards to about this 49.80 level. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's definitely one of those situations where I'm very happy that I don't have a trade in here, and I hope that if you did have a trade and you were short, I hope that you use your stop losses. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a nail biter for you for the next few days at least. So I'll be updating you all on Wednesday evening to give you a little bit more clear direction. Maybe by then I'll have the indications I need from the price action to give you a better call on what the direction will be. But for right now, it's just looking like it could be sideways to down or just sideways and back up. So have to see what happens. I'm on Wall Street. This has been a presentation by thetradersperspective.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great first half of your week. I'll see you Wednesday evening.